The fluorescent lights of Meridian Fitness cast a sickly glow across the empty lobby, their endless buzz a fitting soundtrack to my transformation. I trace my fingers along the front desk's polished surface, remembering all the times I stood here, invisible, watching Marcus crush dreams with his perfect white smile. The winter wind howls outside, rattling the floor-to-ceiling windows, nature's applause for what I'm about to do. 3 years of preparation have led to this moment. 3 years of being Sarah the Silent, Sarah the Forgettable, Sarah the Ghost. I still remember the day I started documenting everything, my small black notebook becoming a catalog of cruelty. It began with Marcus mocking Angela Chen's accent while she struggled through his overpriced assessment session. "New year, new me," she had whispered hopefully. 2 weeks later, she left with a torn rotator cuff and shattered confidence. The old Sarah would have looked away, would have buried herself deeper in her oversized hoodie. But something broke inside me that day. Or perhaps something was finally fixed. I became the watcher, the witness, the keeper of secrets. Every tear-stained face, every deliberate misinstruction, every cruel joke became a page in my growing testament to his monstrosity. Marcus Brady hadn't always been this way. My research, obsessive, thorough, consuming, revealed a man broken by his own failures. A promising athletic career destroyed by a drunk driver, dreams of Olympic glory transformed into bitter resentment. He found power in breaking others, in ensuring no one else achieved what he couldn't. The irony of his transformation into a monster wasn't lost on me. The maintenance position came easily. No one looks twice at the quiet woman with downcast eyes and practical shoes. I learned every inch of this building's bones, every creak of its joints, every secret passage left over from its department store days. The boiler room became my sanctuary, its ancient pipes singing their steam-driven hymns as I prepared my stage. Tonight, the gym's darkness feels different, anticipatory. The security cameras I've gradually repositioned over months watch silently, their red lights blinking like eager eyes. I hear Marcus's voice echoing from the weight room, sharp with mockery as he shares his latest client's progress photos with 2 newer trainers. Their laughter bounces off mirrors and metal, a chorus of cruelty. "Look at him," Marcus's voice carries through the halls. "Thinks he's going to be the next fitness influencer. Can't even do a proper push-up, but I'm charging him platinum rates for specialized training." More laughter. My fingers tighten around the maintenance keys, their edges biting into my palm. The power fails suddenly, the first act of my carefully choreographed performance. Emergency lights cast long shadows as confused voices echo through the building. I watch through my carefully positioned cameras as Marcus sends the others home, volunteering to check the breaker box himself. Such a responsible leader. Such a perfect target. The basement door groans as he descends, flashlight beam dancing across decades-old pipes. I know this maze intimately now, every turn and dead end mapped in my mind. Marcus's footsteps echo, growing more uncertain as he ventures deeper into the labyrinth. The door closes behind him with a decisive click, a sound that will feature prominently in his nightmares for the weeks to come. What follows is a symphony of calculated torment. The maintenance tunnels become his prison, the pipes his cage. I feed him enough to keep him alive, but every morsel comes with a price, a confession recorded on my old tape deck. Each day reveals new horrors. The client he drove to attempt suicide through psychological manipulation, the teenage girl whose eating disorder he deliberately triggered, the elderly man whose life savings he drained through fake supplements and premium programs. I broadcast his confessions through the gym's PA system during closed hours, let his sins echo through the empty halls. During the day, I play them at subliminal levels, just quiet enough to create unease without revealing their source. Members begin to complain of anxiety, of feeling watched, of hearing whispers in the locker rooms. The building itself seems to be confessing. The gym's reputation crumbles like wet cardboard. Membership plummets as rumors spread about negative energy, about screams heard in the walls, about equipment that moves on its own. The owner, already struggling with mysterious equipment failures and unexplained maintenance issues, sells at a devastating loss. To me, through a shell company I spent years preparing. Marcus lasts 23 days in the pipes. Each confession weakens him, strips away another layer of his carefully constructed facade. By the end, he's no longer the monster who tormented countless victims. He's just a broken man, weeping in the dark, begging for forgiveness from people whose names he can't even remember. His final recording is playing now, crackling through the ancient speaker system as I walk through my transformed gym. Second Chance Fitness glows in soft blue letters above the entrance, welcoming those who've been hurt by the fitness industry's dark side. The walls are lined with certified therapists' credentials alongside fitness certifications. Every trainer is required to have mental health first aid training. In the boiler room, Marcus's remains have become one with the pipes, his bones settling into the rust and shadows. The recorder still plays his last words, a loop of genuine remorse that came far too late. Sometimes, late at night, I sit in my office and listen to the building breathe. The pipes still sing, but their song has changed. No longer a hymn of vengeance, but a lullaby of justice served. My transformation is complete, but not in the way those January resolution makers dream of. My strength didn't come from lifted weights or sculpted muscles, but from embracing the power of being unseen, overlooked, underestimated. The new Sarah doesn't hide in oversized hoodies. She wears her invisibility like armor, uses her silence as a weapon. Every January, I watch the resolution crowd flood in, their eyes bright with hope. But now, instead of being crushed by mockery and manipulation, they find genuine support and understanding. The building's dark history serves its purpose, a foundation of retribution upon which something truly transformative can be built. The black notebook sits in my desk drawer, its pages a testament to the monster Marcus was and the monster I chose to become. Its final entry reads simply, "Resolution complete. The old Sarah died in that basement too. New year, new me." Some might call me a monster for what I did, but monsters serve their purpose. Sometimes the only way to help others heal is to embrace the darkness within yourself. In the end, I gave Marcus exactly what he promised all his clients, a complete transformation. And in doing so, I transformed myself. The quiet girl who blended into the background became something else entirely, something necessary, something just. The fluorescent lights still buzz overhead, but their sound is different now. No longer a soundtrack of oppression, but a steady reminder. Every resolution has its price, every transformation its cost. Sometimes the most profound changes come not from trying to become something new, but from finally embracing what you've always been capable of becoming.